Ah, there's a meteor coming in. It's coming right at me. It's moving fast. Oh, it hit my actual bridge. Hey everybody, GReimer here, coming at you once again from Planet Boobless. Just getting pummeled by meteors. I take it there's like things that fell down? Isn't there supposed to be like crates here, or is this just a rock? This might have just been a rock, damn you. Let's take a little leap down here and see what else is down here if we can find anything. Maybe it landed in the water. Maybe. Let's actually take a peek here. I'm guessing this is crates. Yeah, okay, so this was a crate meter. Quite a good... Oh, look at that, there's some money. Quite a good way to start off the episode, actually, is by getting free stuff. I don't mind. Let me take a peek at some of these stuff. Oh, some fertilizer stuff I don't need. Nice. Actually, the plant stuff I'll gladly take. But anyway, I have a plan today. I have, ooh, look at that, 1,000 Terra tokens. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Thanks very much for that game. I have a plan today. I have a dream. I have another dream in mind. And that, oh, it covered not us skills base down here. And that dream is to actually get Mutagen, this stuff, and the variations of it, automatically crafting. Okay, so that is the goal today. If I can get that going, what was that, 500? I'll take that. Ooh. Energy multiplier fuse. Thank you. That saves me a whole lot of money. I know where I'm going to go put that. Let's go take a little bit of a trip. You know what? I'm not going to put it anywhere. I already have three multipliers in here. Well, you know what that means. It means it's time for another level here on the Tower of Power. Let me go grab some iron. Okay, not only are we going to need iron, though, we're also going to need pulsar and super alloy, because we're going to make a whole bunch more of these things. Because, you know, you can never have enough power. All right, so what are we sitting at? We're looking at 4 to 5, so we need 4 of these, every 5 of the other ones. Let's going to grab a bunch. Okay, so to build up on this thing, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build up, like, right here, okay? Now, this is going to be kind of a pain to do, because I got to kind of, like, do one of these numbers, and then turn around and try to, place that there, and then jump over back and destroy that. Now, I think I might be tall enough here, and I think I might. Let me see if I can't place this right there. Oh, let me see if I can press the right button. I've played this game before. Right there? Yeah, right there. And then we're getting there. I think, are we there? Actually, hold on. I think that this is it right here. Okay, so if we do this like that and like that, then this one right here will be the one that goes back down. Maybe, let's just run off the edge. And connects to like right there. Now, how do I get back up there? Alright, I'm gonna have to just use a straight up ladder or something because I can't actually get up there. Alright, made it. Sweet. Now, we're gonna go ahead and take some of this pulsar that we've got, as well as some of the super alloy, and we're gonna dot some of these things up here. I do have to get back up here though, because I'm not actually, oh, I can only make 2. Yeah, I gotta go grab a whole lot more of that stuff. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, now that those are all placed, that's probably a whole lot of extra power I just added. Each one of these does 1,400 or almost 1,500 power, but we can make that more stupid. All right, so now we have to go get the optimizer, because we did just get this fuse in that drop. That was really nice of the game to give that to us. So let's go get the optimizer placed. Now, for those of you following along at home, the optimizer takes 3 obsidian, 1 uranium rod, and 2 explosive powder, of which we should have plenty of that going. Now, this, I don't think this is automatically filling up. That's just my extra one. This one's automatically filling up, though. So we got plenty of stuff in here, though. So let's just grab that, and then we just need 2 explosive powder, which should be automatically filling up. And we should be good to make this thing. Explosive powder, what do you got? Yep, look at that. Beautiful. Man, I love those drones. Okay, up here we are. Up here with this worm. Actually, give me that. I'm going to need that first in a little bit here, probably. Maybe not, actually. You know what? Be gone, worm. I don't want you. You're no longer of use to me. Okay, let's set the optimizer in here. Now, that should affect all of the ones around it, and not the ones below it. So, let's go ahead and just squirt this thing in here. Energy multiplier. Wham! So, what are these things doing now? 2,200, over 2,200 instead of the, was it almost 1,500 that they were doing before? That's still pretty weak sauce. We can do better than that. However, this was a gift from the heavens above, all right? I actually didn't intend on actually even building the 2nd floor in this episode, but there's a big rock that fell from the sky, and it gave me a fuse. Like, I can't just not use that. Now, you may be wondering, what am I actually planning on doing then if I wasn't going to be building that Tower of Power? Oh, by the way, real quick FYI, we are 0.02% of the way to the mammal stage. High five. Good job, everybody. We are just rocking and rolling. It's going to take a millennia for us to get there, but don't you worry. Things are going to get stupid here in a little bit. But first, we're going to get on to the what we're actually going to be doing in this episode. I want more trees. Okay, I want more trees. I want to start making some of these stats bonkers. Okay, I want these to go beyond stupid. We're dialing that level, that dial. We're turning it to 11 and then busting it all the way to stupid. Okay, that's what I want to do. But before I do that, I need to be able to gather like stupid amounts of resources, and that's where this thing comes in. Okay, I want trees. I want a lot of trees, and more importantly, I want to boost those trees with optimizers. Okay, so the best tree that I can make right now is the mushrooms. Okay, the Shirorks. It's a technical name, scientific name. They're part of the Shiror kingdom. All right, so I gotta make those though, and those take mutagen and mutagen tier 2. So welcome to the episode. We are going to be making mutagen automatically if I can pull it off somehow. I gotta find a good place for it. I gotta think about this at like even a little bit because I just like I gotta make mutagen. I gotta automatically craft this thing. What does it take to make mutagen? All right, it takes bacteria samples, which is water and algae, right? I'm not smoking rocks on that one. Yep, no, it's water and algae. All right, so we need to build this near someplace with water. It's going to take methane, so we need to have some land also so we can drill for that, some gas extractor action, and sulfur. That's actually easy. Okay, we can make that. Now, mutagen tier 2 is the other one that makes, because I want a lot of trees, remember, so I need this one. Now, this one is a little bit more complicated, because this one takes honey, which, I mean, I can make that. It's a beehive, you know. I can do the beehive tier 2 and filter out the bees, larvae themselves, and just destroy them. It'll be great. It'll be wonderful. But I could also just do regular beehive. That would probably work just fine too. Just make a couple of them. Then I don't have to worry about filtering out nothing. I don't want to give the drones too many things to do. So if I just did regular beehives, that would take care of the honey. But the common larva is the thing. Now, common larvae you have to pick up off the ground. They're a giant pain. They're horrible. They're not fun, right? Because they suck, and I usually don't pick them up. However, right here we unlock this thing. We unlock the common larva, and it takes photoplankton B, fertilizer 2, and mutagen tier 3. So what does it take to make mutagen tier 3? Because the other stuff we're automatically crafting already. We're automatically crafting fertilizer tier 2. Our lockers are completely full. We can take the stuff that's being produced there and put it towards this. But what does it take to make mutagen tier 3? So we're starting backwards. We're going 3, 2, 1. Actually, we don't have to make 4 at all, which is pretty awesome. I probably will later, and I'll be kicking myself for not doing it in this episode. But we're going to start with 3. Here's where it all begins, people. We need a facility that is creating bacteria samples, which we currently have. But we could probably make another one, just to keep up with the production. And then we need a gas extractor extracting nitrogen and a drill extracting sulfur. That's where it all begins. But where to build this mythical thing, huh? Well, actually, considering we have a drone control station like chilling up here on top of the base, and we have water and land right here, it's really tempting to build it here. Now, the land sort of sucks. The only good land we have down there is the island. Which is not saying we can't use that. We could probably use that. Looking around, we probably should use that because that's what all we got down there. The only other water source is over there, but I don't think there's a good way to build around there. There's the waterfall area, which would be pretty good, but it's kind of farther away, and I'm trying to cut down on drone travel time. So the island it is. All right, so we need those things I just said. What did I just say about the tier 3 mutagen? There's something about a gas extractor and a ore extractor we need. So let's grab these supplies so we can get this thing made. Oh, this is unfortunate. I don't have any iridium rods. Oh, hey, an iridium rod. How about that? Thanks, drone. I guess those things I used some of them recently, didn't I? I can't remember what I must have used some of them somewhere. Because I ain't got a whole lot of them, so whoops. All right, so we got one gas extractor that we can make now. We need one for that one too. Dang it! What seems to be the holdup, hey? Now, I did go ahead and add this. I don't know if I ever showed this, but I added this. This is simply to make iridium rods, all right? We've got iridium being mined up in this drill, a whole lot of this drill, that drill there too. So we got a whole lot of drills mining up iridium. And this thing's pulling from all of them here. Give me that. I need that. I'm just going to take that before the drone even can take it. Alright, so we got the 2 iridium rods we need to. I'm going to have to let that run for a little bit. Otherwise, I'm going to be running out of iridium. That's for sure. Alright, let's get back to base. What else do we need to grab? We need to grab a super alloy rod, an osmium rod, and 3 titanium. Okay, let's see. Super alloy rod. We got an osmium rod. Those things are keeping up with demand. And then 3 titanium. 1, 2, 3. Now, I think this is my auto-replenishing one. Yeah, it is. Alright, so that should just keep on going. All right, so now that we got those things, what else do we need to make the tier 3 mutagen? Bacteria samples. Okay, so bacteria samples are algae and water. Okay, so we can do that. We can do that. All right, so let's see, algae. We have algae spreaders down there, actually. So we can just kind of snag one of them and pull them over. We don't have to add another one, although we could, but I just, save on time and whatnot. And then the water, we need a lake water collector or 3. Now, bioplastic nuggets, we know a thing or two about them. We've been making them like crazy recently. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to do that. Let's just say that, so we'll make 3 of these things. So I need 3 super alloy, 3 aluminum, and 3 magnesium. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now let's just grab a little bit of iron also. It's just so I can build like a little bridge or platform or dock or something down there. And let's go hop the receptionist desk here. Just yeet ourselves off the edge. I'm thinking right over there. Okay, that's a flatter part right there. So we can actually put down like, the drills and stuff right here without it being too much of a hassle. Okay, so let's not that. Let me press the right button. Let's create like a little bit of a dock right here. Just like a mini one, maybe. Hey, sweet money. That's what I like to see. All right, let's create a little dock like that. All right. Now the autocrafter will sit right here. So let's put down the drill as close to the water as we can get it. Right there. Good. Perfect. Now this thing is going to dig up sulfur. All right. And then we got to put the gas extractor someplace. Kind of like squeeze it in right next to it. Now I'm trying to conserve space here. Oh yeah, I can put this out here with it. Actually, I forgot about that. These things, they extract it from the ground, but they don't actually need to be in the ground. So let's put that there. Now, what was it? Was it methane? I think it was methane. Put that on methane, and then I'll go double check that. Now, we also have some lake water collectors that we have to put down. I'm pressing all sorts of buttons. Let's slap down some of these lake water collectors, like right here, and here, and here. So those will start collecting water. I didn't even look to see how much power I have after I built that second floor. All right, now let's go grab the stuff to make the autocrafter and double check that it's methane. Yeah, it's methane that I need for the tier 3 stuff. It's real quick. After doing all that, I'm up to 50,000 kilowatts. Okay, I did just place a couple of other things, so it was a little bit more than that before, but my bad. Nitrogen. It's nitrogen. See, this is why we check these things. All right, while I'm up here, let me grab the stuff for the autocrafter, though. So we're going to need a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And let's get down there again. Could take the teleporter, but what fun is that? Whee! I got to make sure to use my jetpack, otherwise I'm splattering. Haven't died yet, like in Season 1 or Season 2. I should really do a hardcore series on this, since apparently I'm tough to kill. But, as soon as I do that, it's when all things go bad. All right, so let's place that right there. And we're going to tell this thing to autocraft tier 3 mutagen, right? Yes, tier 3 mutagen. All right, now there's still one thing missing, and that is the algae over here. All right, we need to get this stuff. I'll probably grab this. I actually will probably end up making another one. So let's take that. I could have grabbed the algae first, but it's fine. Whatever. I got a bunch of algae. Let's grab these 2 things, and we're going to go ahead and make ourselves down the biomass section algae spreader tier 2. All right, and we're going to put this here so that this thing has plenty of room to grow this stuff. Hello, I pressed the button, I thought. And then we're going to put another one right next to it so it has plenty to grow right there. Now, hopefully, I got to put one more down here, but hopefully that'll prevent it from ever running out. Because remember, even if each algae spreader is left with only one, that's still enough to make a bacteria sample, which this isn't making. This isn't making that. I need another autocrafter. All right, 625 Terra tokens. That must have been one of the yep, there it is. One of the circuit board rockets coming back. Sweet, like that a lot. All right, so I also went ahead and grabbed enough to make another one of these algae spreaders. So we're just gonna slap that down like right there. So that way, like I said, if each one of them has one algae left, it'll still make a, where is it? Bacteria sample. All right, so we need to make a bacteria sample in this. So that's, I mean, if you look at how much algae it says it's already available, it's just kind of astronomical. Okay, so this is going to get going, and that's good. Now, we don't need that to be moved anywhere, though, because this thing here needs a bacteria sample to make that. It also needs nitrogen and sulfur, which it says nitrogen or sulfur. Oh, yeah, that's methane. It's nitrogen we want. Let's take that out of there. So, yeah, all right. So it takes nitrogen and sulfur, and that'll start making those things. Now this thing I can set to supply mutagen tier. Hold on 1 second. Do I want to do this? Because if I'm going to auto-craft them into the common larva right away, there's probably going to be things I need to... Yeah, there's probably going to be things that I need to have mutagen tier 3 for, so we're going to set that to supply, and then we'll draw from our supplies when we're crafting. Do I want to do that? There's another rocket that came back. I like money. Do I want to do that? Or do I want to double up this whole operation? I don't know. I'm going to have to add another drill and probably another gas extractor for sure, though, because this just isn't going to be keeping up with it, I don't think. I think it's going to be struggling. Boy, decisions. This will work eventually. This is going to take a second. So it's making the bacteria samples, no problem. This thing needs to pump out... I got one of them. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you good? Alright, so there, we got one. Now, we do have to designate a locker for this stuff. So this will take care of our tier 3 mutagen. As far as auto-crafting common larva, I'm so tempted to turn this into that. That was the goal of this episode anyway, so I mean, why wouldn't I? Okay, so what does it take? Let me go check. What does it take to make a common larva? I'll replicate that whole entire process like in between episodes and get another tier 3 mutagen thing going. But we need photoplankton B and fertilizer tier 2. Okay. So we need lockers is what we need. Flying through the butterflies. Alright, so we got some lockers here. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to place said lockers right here and right here. And this is going to be phytoplankton. Is it B, I think it was? B? That's lowercase b. I am a smart SMRT. Smart. Okay, photoplankton B. And, probably spelled that wrong. Whatever. And then, what was the other thing? Fertilizer tier 2. I didn't even have to go back. I remembered it. Okay, so Fert 2, tier 2. We're just going to say on this one. There, done. All right, so now this thing, we're going to set this to demand fertilizer tier 2. And this thing, we're going to set to demand, where is it? It's one of the cool looking things here. Phytoplankton B. Did I do that right? I think I spelled that right. Alright, so now as this lake water collector here collects phytoplankton B, which this thing, let's get all of those out of there. This thing has been putting this on, but it's on priority -1, so it should fill up that locker first. But as this collects phytoplankton B, it'll move it over to here. All the extra ones, though, have been going in the shredder and just getting obliterated. Alright, so let's put that in there. And then this one is going to slowly start collecting it as well, because we have a facility that is making it. Look at the drones. Oh my gosh. We have a facility that's making it over here. And so that's probably what a lot of these ones are doing right now, is they're bringing over some stuff for here. In fact, if I look around, I might actually even be able to see. You can see some drones up there flying. Alright, I need to get one more auto-crafter, though, because these things are starting to fill up. Well, this one's getting consumed by this one, and then this one is just filling up. But we got to get one more auto-crafter down here, because we need to make common larva. That's what this whole thing was for. Which means we need 2 of these, and 1 of these. What a little pain you are being. Okay, well, seriously, you're everywhere. I could just pick you off the ground, but my goal is to be as lazy as possible on this planet now that I've got drones. I don't want to do anything, so I'm not going to pick you up. I'm going to just let you sit there and squirm. All right, I'm going to... You too. I'm going to just sit here and watch you guys squirm while I place this thing here, and then rejoice because this thing officially means that I can make common larva. Did this thing ever put it? Oh yeah, there's some in there. That might actually just... Yep. Alright, so now this thing I can set to supply common larva. There we go. Did I ever set this thing to supply? I can't remember if I decided on that. I did. Okay, let's just remove that for right now. Although I guess if this thing fills up, this thing might as well supply... Yeah, okay, let's never mind. I'm going to put that back. I'm so indecisive. I'm so sorry. Alright, so now we just need a place for the... there's some super alloy right there. We need a place for the common larva to go. We need to start stockpiling this stuff up because I'm going to probably use a lot of them, especially if I'm making any other kind of... If I'm making like tier 2. Oh, that's what we're actually trying to do. I forgot. I got so wrapped up in making the common larva that we're actually trying to make the tier 2 fertilizer. That's what this whole thing is about. See, tier 2 fertilizer takes a common larva. That was what this whole thing was about, okay? So we needed to make the tier 3 just so we can make the common larva. Actually, we need to make the bacteria samples just so we can make the tier 3, just so we can make the common larva, just so that we can make the mutagen tier 2. That was the whole point, okay? So, there's going to be more autocrafters down there. That's going to be a little mutagen hive. Speaking of hives, we're going to need to get some beehives down there too. But we have to make mutagen first. Now, we are already currently making bacteria samples down there. And if I put down more stuff to do that, we can probably make them at a faster rate. We are going to need that methane. And we're going to need more sulfur. I'm going to have to get another gas extractor down there collecting methane. And I'm going to have to get another drill or 3 down there for the sulfur. How are you doing, iridium rods? There we go. That's what I'm talking about, because I'm going to need you guys right about now. I'm going to need 4 of them for sure. All right, so I got to grab some stuff, and then we're going to go play some stuff. Okay, I know it's nighttime, but the butterflies are pretty at night, so I'm down here. Okay, so we need a lot more of these ore extractors. So let's go ahead and double this up and put one over here as well. And then I keep going to the launch platform. That's not right. Let's get this rare larva out of the way, as well as cobalt. And then let's turn this thing around completely. And we're going to try to... What's blocking? What are you? Oh, we got the other stuff in the way. Hold on, a lot of crap in the way. Pick up the garbage. Pick up the common larva. Alright, let's place that one there. And then we're going to do the same thing right here. Oh, for crying out loud, there's a bug in the way. Place the same thing right here. Maybe. Can I please? There we go, got it. Alright, now all of these things are going to be digging up sulfur. There we go. Alright, all of them are digging up sulfur now. That's good, because we're going to need a whole lot more of that stuff. Okay, so, starting to forget what I was going to do here down here. I need another one of these gas extractors. There's so much stuff to place to try to get this thing automated. Put that right there. This one is actually going to dig up methane, because we're going to need that here. This one's digging up nitrogen. This one's digging up methane. I might even need to double these guys up. Wouldn't be a bad idea. That's filling up slowly. That's filling up slowly. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So now these things are picking up on like all the ore extractors, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Okay, yes, they are. So now I need the autocrafter down here for... Well, one, I need to make more of these things, because I need to make sure that that thing has tons of water and tons of algae going, because it's gonna be drawing bacteria samples for not only the tier 3 mutagen, but also for the tier 2 mutagen. So I'm gonna need to make sure that I increase production on that like a lot. So let's start there. Let's get a bunch more algae generators down here. At least 3 more. And then at least some number more of water collectors. Probably 3 more. Oh my gosh. You can always tell when one of these meteors is coming in. Is it going fast or is it going super slow? Oh, it's going fast. That is definitely going to have some crates in it. Let's go get them. I like me some terror tokens. Excuse me, pardon me. Let me get this one. Oh, look at this. 500. 5,000? Holy cow. And another 100 there. I'll take all of that. That was insane. Yeah, I'll take all that too. That looks like good stuff. Uh-huh. More money. Ooh, we got another fuse. Production multiplier fuse. Insert this fuse into an optimizer to reduce the time of generation of machines that generate items. I might go throw that out at the iridium mine right now, because I could really use more iridium rods being produced. Another 1,000 terror tokens in here. That's pretty awesome. My inventory sucks. It's totally full. So I gotta go dump that first. Yeah, we actually got almost 40,000 terror tokens right now. Now, I could order some of the stuff for my retirement home, but I am trying to get to that achievement of 100K. Once I hit that, then I'll start ordering all the components for my retirement home. Plus, in the meantime, yeah, I'm not really in any rush. I am kind of just trying to enjoy the game. That one is completely full. You're in. That one's completely full, too. You know what? This stuff's going in here. Yeah, I'm running out of space for some of this stuff. Oh, I know one place I can throw some of these bacteria samples, and that's about it. And mutagen? Probably mutagen, too. Alright, I think I got everything I need to finish off this area right here. We're going to put down some more algae spreaders, generators for sure. I don't know if these things really need a lot of space or if they all just kind of grow packed in here or not. But let's put one right there and right here. We're going to play leapfrog around these things and right there. Now, is this thing registering all of them? It's registering a lot of algae, that's for sure. Hopefully it's registering all of them. Okay, so these things are going to keep on being produced as the water gets collected right there. It is registering all 6 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yes, it is. Okay. All right, so where are we at now? What are we trying to do here? We're trying to... Okay, so that will go over here, and that will make that stuff. This stuff then goes... combines with this stuff and... honey? To make the tier 2... No. Hold on. I'm confusing it. No. Okay, those were just used to create the... Got it. Okay, create the common larva. Okay, so the common larva is then used with honey and mutagen. So what I need to do is I need to get mutagen up and running. So mutagen was the bacteria samples, hence... Okay, I'm back on my train of thought here. It was the reason why we were increasing the algae in the water. Got it. Okay, so bacteria samples, methane, which we got down there already, sulfur, we got extra mines down there too. So we got everything. We just need the autocrafter crafting this thing. Which means we need 2 of these things and 1 of these things. You guys literally just witnessed my brain leaking out of the side of my head on that one. Alright, so set this thing down right here. And now this thing is going to craft just good old-fashioned mutagen. Alright, we're getting there. Alright, so I got mutagen, we got the common larva, we just need the honey down here, and this thing can start, well, and another autocrafter, and we can start making, yeah, look at this thing go. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's science. It's science at its finest. Okay, this thing can then start making tier 2 mutagen, finally. Now, I think that the tier 2 beehives actually generate honey faster. I know they can hold more, but they also generate bee larvae. And bee larvae, I don't really need right now. I have lockers of it already, and it's stored out at Cream right now. But I think I can probably get away with just the tier 1s down there, actually. Just make a couple of them. So, like, if I were to remove this chip thing in my head here so I can actually see it, the tier 1s right here are pretty easy to make. I need just, like, 2 or 3 of these, maybe 3? Well, I don't want to overburden it because it gets a little choppy down there with more butterflies and bees flying everywhere. So let's just do 2. 2, I think, should be fine. It should start producing, every time they generate honey, it should then produce like tier 2 mutagen. So it'll start stockpiling up as the terraforming happens, all right? So we're dealing with a 2 bee larva, which you can run out to Cream and grab those, no problem. A couple of bioplastic nuggets, super alloy, and fertilizer. All that stuff is easy. You know, this place has actually generated quite a bit of money. I think I'm actually generating more money with my other things, but Cream has generated quite a bit of money. However, I did notice one thing. It is kind of far out here. Like the drones are taking quite a bit of time to fly up here. There might be a time where I move this thing closer. Although I do like the nice flat open area, but I might have to find a place closer. But all right, these things should all be filled up with bees right now. And then this thing right here should be throwing out any extra bees. Let's see, enable when full, yes please. And then this thing, oh, it's not actually demanding any. Is this backed up? Is this clogged with bees? It is. Okay, yep, that's what it is. All right, so this thing is going to demand bee larva. There. You should actually start releasing drones. Do you have any drones in your system, or have they all? Oh, you have plenty. And then, oh, this thing can then, oh, that's all coming to grab them. Okay, they're on their way. That thing got a little clogged up there. All right, so then that thing is enabled, ready to destroy the bee larva as they're getting there. I have 3 lockers full of bee larvae. I think I'll be all right. So let's grab 2 of them, and then we'll set this thing always at a priority of -1, and then that way it should fill up these things first because these are priority 0. Okay, so we got some bee larvae or some beehives that we're gonna be adding here. Now these have to go on land, so we're gonna put them right there and right there. All right, so those will start generating honey. All right, now the last thing we need, once again, is 2 of these things and 1 of these things. Okay, at long last, did we finally? I can go ahead and just squirt this thing back in my head here because I don't need it. I don't need that pulled away anymore. Let's see. Can we finally go here and tell this thing to build mutagen tier 2? And will it? Did I collect any honey yet? I don't think I've collected any honey yet. No, they haven't yet. They will eventually. And when they do, this thing should make it. Because it's got this, it's got plenty of them, and it's got plenty of that. Okay, yeah, I think we're rocking and rolling. It's alive! It's alive! It's in the middle of a really kind of purple storm right now, but it's alive. Alright, so these things produced some honey, and it produced some mutagen. Alright, now we're going to set this thing to supply mutagen tier 2. Am I blind? Yes, I am. It's right there. Okay. Supply mutagen tier 2. Now, that whole facility there is to make mutagen tier 2. Ugh. Okay. Let's go put a locker down that'll automatically collect the mutagen. Alright. Mutagen. T2. Alright, there we go. Mutagen tier 2. I spelled that right? I'm not like losing my mind. No, alright. So, mutagen tier 2, we're gonna... That's not where I'm selecting. That's not where I'm clicking. F8 bug report. I'm trying to open the locker. Let's just replace this thing. Very strange. Okay, let's set this thing to demand mutagen tier 2. And let's just kind of see if they bring it up here. They do. It is. It's working. All right, so it's bringing up the mutagen tier 2. That should automatically fill up now. Now, we're not completely done yet, though, because I do need... Let's go take a peek at the mushrooms. Remember, this whole thing is to create mushroom trees. Just... all of this. Just create mushroom trees. If we're going to make the mushroom trees, though, we also need mutagen. Now, mutagen is being crafted down there, but it is then being turned into mutagen tier 2. We can't be stealing any of that stuff until the mutagen... I am gonna go. Do I want to set it to supply like the tier 3 stuff I got down there? Because if it fills up the mutagen tier 2, it's just gonna have stuff down there making it and not doing anything. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so let's go down there and set that mutagen to supply also. The tier 1 stuff. We're talking like this stuff right here. We're gonna have this thing go to supply. Because then as it crafts this, it'll get used up immediately by the auto crafter. But if it can't, like we're waiting on honey or something like that, then this thing will then produce the mutagen elsewhere also. Set that to supply. How's this thing doing? This has 2 in there. Are we waiting on honey? We're waiting on honey again. Maybe I should put down a couple more beehives, but you know what? I'll be patient. It'll slowly start filling up. So now in here, I actually do have a locker called mutagen. Do I have this? Let's see. Let's demand mutagen in this one right here. Alright, so that should start doing that. I got some other stuff in here I don't really need. There's mutagen tier 2. I can move that over here. That was just like my general mutagen locker, but now we actually have a purpose for it. These bacteria samples, I'm going to go down and throw down to that area that we just were in, because I don't think I'm going to need them for anything up here anymore. And if I do really desperately need them, well, I'll deal with that. Okay, so that is going to be producing mutagen much more often than it is mutagen tier 2, because we're, like I said, waiting on the honey. But it will be producing the stuff. So I think actually that kind of takes care of our issue, right? Like we're going to start generating this stuff naturally on our own now. I could create another place to just craft just generic mutagen, but this is doing all right already. Actually, well, I did move some over here, but this is doing all right too. So yeah, I think we're good with the mutagen. Now that does only take care of that, the first 2 types. Now that we are making the tier 3 stuff down there too, and if it doesn't need common larvae, if the common larvae get backed up, then it's not going to be making any more common larvae, which means it's not going to be pulling from the tier 3 mutagen that's down there. Now if that happens, I want a place to put the tier 3 mutagen. So let's go grab some more iron. We're going to have to start kind of turning this thing here. I don't really want to block the cool fiery side right there, so we're going to go over here. Let's line it up with these lockers right here. Like that. Alright, so this is going to be mutagen tier 3, okay? We're going to tell this thing to demand mutagen tier 3. Bam, just like that. Alright, so hopefully any extra mutagen tier 3 that thing produces ends up here. Let's see, mutagen tier 4. Oh, good. Technically, I could make that down there too. But you know what? I haven't run into this yet. Now, it says mutagen agent can be used to create frogs in the incubator. Okay, that's good. I think I'll manually do that if I get down to that. I don't have too many frogs anyway. I'm not really too overburdened or overworked with making sure there's just tons and tons of frogs everywhere. So maybe I'll just manually do that one. That one should be pretty easy, especially since the stuff is up here. I could actually set an autocraft up here to make them here. But I'm not going to worry about that. All right, so I think we're good on the mutagen. I think we're good on making mutagen. That is quite... You just see that big blob of algae down there? That is quite an addition to this place. Well, what are we looking at for power after doing all that stuff? Did we increase at all towards the mammals at all? Not so much. It was a necessary evil to do that, though, but we're down to 48,000. Okay, so we're at 30-some thousand, whatever we raised it all the way up to 50-some thousand. Now we're down to 48,000. So power's fluctuating like crazy. That's fine. Now, the whole point of this was to make these trees. Now, in the next episode, I think I'm going to have a few of these things up and running. But that should be all the mutagen that we need. I just need to let it run for a little bit. But we're going to focus on making things a little bit more stupid around here. Well, we're also simultaneously waiting for our stockpiles of cash to build up. I might do a little bit more work on that too in between episodes. You know, getting, oh my gosh, that's a pulsar meteor. You can see the pink glow around too. That's going to take forever to land. It hit our aquariums up there. Now, I don't need any of that pulsar. I actually hopped off because it kind of looked like it was coming right at my face. But it hit our aquariums up there. What a jerk. We don't need any of that though because we're auto-crafting that stuff, so big whoop. Alright, so yeah, we got this place built, and I think that's probably all I'm going to do for today. I gotta, like I said, I gotta wait for my money to build up. And then we'll be good to go once that is done. You guys did tell me that these frog eggs don't regenerate, actually, so it's a good thing I haven't really been picking them up because they're not supposed to regenerate, so it's good to know. But alright, you guys, I think I'm going to wrap this episode up. It's been crazy working on that mutagen place down there. So I might increase more stuff down there too. I'm trying to increase the efficiency of like all my farms and stuff. I did go ahead and add like another place to craft circuit boards and stuff. And bioplastic nuggets over in the zeolite cave too. So I've been doing a little bit of work in between episodes, but I'm also about to die of dehydration, so I better get out of here. So thank you guys so much for donating your eyeballs and your holds to this episode of Planet Crafter. If you did enjoy it, please go down and smash that like button. It helps me out a ton. And I will see you guys next week. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and bye-bye.